Hey everybody, it's Eddie Joe on Crypto for Grow My Bag TV. I hope you're having a good one. There's a lot to cover. So let's start with Polygon. Polygon's got a few things going on. First, let's talk about how they have released two smart contracts on the Goerli network, right? And these smart contracts are all about POL or POL. I don't know how they're going to do it, POL. I'm going to call it POL. So that's a big deal. That tells you that Polygon 2.0 is well on its way. And I'm actually all here for that. All here for that. I mean, I keep saying how I'm moving digital assets, and Polygon is like so ridiculously fast. I had a conversation with Tiny Assets yesterday, Jonathan, and was telling him the speed between a blockchain transaction and a credit card transaction, and he was just dumbfounded. Because we're even I was when I was doing the research, because you think that when you walk away the transaction's over when you do it with a credit card, but it's not. And we'll get into that later. There is a Crypto 101 video on that. I know I have to redo it. It was done ages ago, and I think it's time for a refresher. Don't be mad at me. Something else that I'm paying attention to: WorldCoin. I am not a fan of WorldCoin, like at all. At all. Why? Because I think that it definitely, I mean, it's gonna take a picture of your freaking iris, right? Get up there and you go like that, takes a picture of iris, and then now it knows who you are, all that good stuff. That's cute. That's really cute. Except I have an issue with giving up even more personal freedoms. You realize you've given your fingerprints all over the place. In some places, when you were a baby, they took your footprint because everybody thought that was cute. There's a lot. There's a lot, and your iris is like the last bastion of your personal freedom, and that's not something I take lightly personally. So, excuse me. It doesn't surprise me that Kenya actually has a problem with WorldCoin. I mean, lawmakers there are saying not only do they need digital asset regulation, but they want WorldCoin to go away permanently from out of the country. Yeah, I can see that. Yes, WorldCoin has said they've received good traction over in Chile. That's fine. I'm still not a fan of WorldCoin. I don't. I'm not. Nope. Nope. I'm not taking a picture of my iris so I can do stuff. That is not cute. Not feeling it. Somebody would have to spend drastic money to get me to change my mind. I just don't see how that is a good thing. China might be against, crypto, but Hong Kong is all about, creating the framework for, just several things. The latest framework they came out with was the idea of tokenizing investment assets, right? Well, they've got a framework for that, and they just released it. They want people to be able to follow something and see how that works. That's blockchain technology. All right. They also debuted a blockchain based settlement platform, and they say that it'll make it faster and more transparent for Hong Kong traders to buy and trade China based stocks. Wow. These are big, big, big moves, really big moves, and we really should be paying attention. So we've got, when you look at the infrastructure adoption for crypto, we need that same level of adoption, and it's already there. All of this goes to build and prepare for future retail adoption. It really is. My company allowing, e-commerce transactions to happen via crypto, all a part of building out the infrastructure for global adoption. It's more than just here. Now we just have to get people to use it. It's just like credit cards. I was talking to Jonathan, and do you realize that credit cards were introduced in 1958? 1958. All the way through the 70s, 20 years, credit cards were still not fully adopted. You had all kinds of credit card wars, even going through the 1980s. That's a really long span of time for adoption in the financial space. Do you know how long crypto's been around? Do you see what kind of adoption that is? The speed at which crypto is being adopted is still way faster than traditional credit cards. Just saying, just putting that out there for you. Now, something else on the more fun side that I was paying attention to, Warner Music, their chief digital officer, has decided to step down. They say it's amicable, but I don't know. Just I don't know. I mean, it's brand new tech, and all of a sudden she's gone. I don't think that Warner is going to walk away from emerging technologies. I don't think that. I think that they probably just didn't get along or something like that. But what I'm hoping is that they stick with the NFT piece, because I think uh, music labels, I think artists, I think there's a big space in the NFT area for them, and I think that that should happen. Right? Ask Rihanna. Rihanna had a platform, not a platform, but she had a project where she had dropped some NFTs. It's a big deal. If you do it right, NFTs can be huge for the music industry. Huge. So that's what I'm paying attention to. Today is a slow news day. I'm expecting more news as we go throughout the day. But there you go. I do want to drop one thing. I am giving a seminar on marketing next week on October 10th through the Small Business Development Corporation out of Lehman College in New York. If you're interested in that, let me know. I'll drop the link down in the comments, and I'll probably do that every day going forward until the day of the event. I'm expecting that to be a lot of fun. I love speaking with small businesses. Definitely like helping people, helping those businesses with, marketing, revenue generation, all that good stuff, teaching them how to grow their business, because that's what Grow My Bag is all about. Anyway, I hope you have a good one. Actually, no, you know what we got to do? That's right. We have to get into the numbers. So hold on a sec. All right. This week we just have more federal governors talking. Today it's going to be Fed Governor Barr that will speak. We'll get U.S. wage reports tomorrow. Next week is the week. That's when we get PPI. That's when we get CPI. Those are going to be big days. PPI happens on Wednesday. CPI happens on Thursday, and we get consumer sentiment preliminary on Friday. So next week is actually a big week for inflation-based numbers, or numbers that can help us gauge inflation. The fear and greed index has dropped another digit down to 48. Yesterday it was 49. Day before that it was 50. Slow creep back, but I think it's everything's fine. But why? Because we're still moving laterally, and we can see that. We'll see that in a minute. Total value locked has dropped a little bit. We were at 49.7. Now we're at 49.3.8. Actually, yesterday was at 3.303, and now we're at 3.83. So it's up just a tad, up just a tick, right? I like us being above 50. We're not quite there yet, but we'll see how that goes. All right. We're still above, right? We're still within my green band. And I repeat this every day. My green band goes from 26,475 to 31,580. That's my green band. My number for us to achieve 30 means that I think that at $28,028, Bitcoin maintains above that number for an extended period of time. I think that's when we'll wind up hitting above 30. All right. So that's what I'm paying attention to over there. Something that I do like is we are seeing ticks up. Bitcoin is still maintaining above 27.5. That's big. Ethereum is not at the 1700 that I want it to be, and I'd even at these numbers, I'd prefer it to be above 1650. But I think we're basically just moving laterally for a little while, and we'll get there. Still, everything seems to be at a DCA level for me. Dollar cost averaging is your friend. I'm not here to talk to you about Bitcoin. I'm here to take a broader look, a broader perspective of what's going on out there, giving you news so you can make your own decisions. Wow, that's some crazy fog outside. Let's see. If you wanted to look at the numbers just straight up as a list, you can see here that, yeah, everything's still moving the way it is. And you can see how far things are going with regard to What has been the positive or negative movement over the past period of time? And that's what I look at. I try to take a look at. So for instance, look at look at Solana for the past 2 days, or past one day, 24 hours, down 2%. But when you track back 7 days, it's up almost 20%. 30 days, 17.88%. 90 days, only 16. So that's a downward trend. 90 days, only 16.63%. But over the year to date, it's 1.31% and a half. Thank you. However, I want you to pay attention to something. Just a few days ago, its year to date percentage was under 100. It was under 100%, that is. And now it's back up above 131. Just a few days ago, it was below $20. Don't sleep on projects like Solana, Stellar, even Polygon, Cardano. There are a lot of projects out there that are doing some Bitcoin Cash. There are a lot of projects out there that are really doing things, but there are naysayers that are just sucking up all the oxygen, having you look over here and not having you pay attention to a broader perspective. Pay attention to the broader perspective sometimes. I dig in and I do my research on one thing, and then I pull back out and I look at the broader research. That's what I'm doing. When I make my purchases, when I make my moves, that's how I'm doing it. I look at the big and little picture. Anyway, this is Eddie Joe in Crypto. If you like what I'm doing, please let me know. I love to find out, if I'm reaching people. On the other side, if you don't like what I'm doing, please let me know how I can do it better, right? Because that's what it's all about. I want to get better. I want my research to get better. I want my, my commentary to get better. I just want to improve. So if you've got ideas for me, let me know. Also, don't forget, I will drop down in the notes the webinar that I'm going to give on October 10th. I think it's from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, Eddie Joe in Crypto. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.